They're choosing to disrespect you. They see how good they can have it. They see how good it can get. They don't care. They don't want it. They never deserved it, but they don't want it.
And I'm catching feelings, baby.
What's up, beautiful people? It's Hershey Sunday, and I'm back with the scoop after dark. How are you? How are you? Well, whether you are jet setting to a vacation in a beautiful land to fall in love, working on that moonwalk, okay, and standing on them tippy toes, maybe got some glitter socks, okay, or whether you getting over a breakup very publicly, very blatantly, I want you to know that this is a safe space. You're welcomed here. You're safe here. And I'm happy to have you. Before we tootsie roll into the show, I want to say, hey, it's been a while, right? I know. But I hope that you've been enjoying the interviews that I've been posting. I've been talking to very interesting people. I have a few more interviews stored for this month. Super excited about it. I hope that you've been enjoying it. You know, I love mixing it up, but I am very, very happy to be back with you in our original format and our original form. Okay, we have a lot to catch up on and discuss. I hope that you've been well. Been drinking your water. Hold on, let me get mine. Been drinking your H2O. Boom, because we need lots of it, okay? I don't know about y'all, but I am just so ashy and dehydrated. You know, this time of year, between my allergies giving me the flux and just constantly, on the go, I am working on my hydration and keeping water near me. I added a little bit of lemon, a little squeeze, okay? Who don't like to be squozy, right? Some ice, and baby, I'm good to go. I'll also have you know, it is currently 3:11 a.m. and I am definitely after dark giving you the scoop because, honey, my time. Okay, my schedule has been bananas. But I'm here to bring you the scoop. I missed you guys. I'm so happy to be here in our original format. Now, before we get into tonight's episode, don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe to The Scoop with Hershey Sunday. You can catch me on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, also on my TikTok and IG. If you're on YouTube or Spotify, please leave a comment wherever you're listening. Also, your girl is now on Substack, okay? Same name, The Scoop with Hershey Sunday. After dark, we're going to be doing a weekly/bi-weekly post. It kind of depends on my schedule. Deeper thoughts, real-time feelings, behind-the-scene energy, things that I find interesting to talk about. So go ahead and follow me there. I wanted to do, if you can remember all of my OG listeners, I wanted to do an email listing. But honey, the kids are doing Substack now, okay? Email blasts are so yesterday. So we're going to do Substack. Follow me there for written content from myself. So in our segment of what brought me comfort in life lately, oh my goodness, I have to say, I went to the Plus Size Girliee Link-Up Chicago edition. It was held at Chemistry Restaurants in Chicago. It was hosted and emceed by Ransom. It had different plus size content creators. Big Nikki, Kimura, Solid Blue, Daisy does my hair, etc. A whole lot of people there. Okay, baby, we had a full house. It was amazing. It was a whole weekend. They had a Saturday event, which was like some boot camp, and I didn't go to that because I already had things going on, but I did go to the Sunday VIP brunch experience. You get unlimited brunch. You did have to pay for the drinks separately. Now, I did give me a Long Island iced tea. Oh my goodness. Baby had me feeling everything, okay? I felt every morsel in my body, okay? Felt very sexy that entire time I was there. The brunch was really good too. Everything except for the lamb. That lamb was so gamey. If y'all go to Chemistry, and if any chemistries or chemists in chemistry are listening, baby, you're going to have to soak that lamb because it was extremely gamey. And you know I love oh, Mary had a little lamb. Okay. But I'm sitting here like, But everything else was delicious. It really was. The atmosphere was nice. We listened to music. We had a DJ. Everybody was looking good, baby. The women, the fashion, everybody came dressed to impress. I'll be uploading a few clips on my TikTok and YouTube. when I get a moment. It'll be this week to highlight what the event was about. Met some amazing women, was able to exchange information. Had two young ladies at my table that were from Detroit, actually. Not they didn't come together. They was just from Detroit. One came for her birthday. It was just a nice girlhood moment. We were all just complimenting each other, having a good time. Now I'm going to get on my little plus size soapbox because I feel like this is the first event that I've been to that was catered specifically for plus size women. But for those of you that have never been overweight, fat, big, however you want to phrase it, the experience growing up as a plus size woman, specifically a plus size Black woman, is very nuanced by so many things because it is a constant reminder. Society is constantly reminding plus size women, fat Black women specifically, about how unwanted we are. Okay. And then you couple that with being around people who may not have the forethought to understand that sometimes the conversation could be a discouragement. I remember growing up being the biggest girl in the group and just the conversation being about weight and you have a girl that probably maybe gained 5 or 10 pounds, speaking as if, the world had ended because she did and how she has to lose these 10 pounds because, oh my God, I am a fat, humongous cow. I am a ginormous, gigantic, big, and it's just, and I'm just sitting here just pleasingly plump. And how am I supposed to, how am I supposed to experience this, right? Like, I'm absorbed in this group, especially young growing up. Like you grow up with people and they haven't had a weight problem. They haven't had to deal with trying to find clothes that complement their body, but being young and being raised in a house that is more conservative. Oh, you can't show this, girl. You can't wear no shorts because your thighs is too big, your butt's too big, your hips too big. You look too grown. Um, and trying to look trendy, but also there are no clothes that fit you that are trendy. You're going to end up looking older and not in a good way of like, oh, you look mature, you look old, pretty much. So just dealing with that and then dealing with just society making being a big woman, a fat woman, especially if you're Black, the most undesirable thing that you could possibly be, or the worst thing that you could possibly be. We're not even getting into the levels of fat because there are definitely levels of being fat. You can be fat with a pretty face, and that's okay. But what are your features like? How dark are you? What is your hair texture like? Do you have an hourglass shape? Do you have a pear shape, or are you apple shaped? Or straight up and down, like rectangle shaped, inverted triangle, but bigger. The list goes on and on. I mean, look at how they treated Lizzo before she lost the weight. And mind you, she's still, I'm sure, on her weight loss journey. But the way that they attacked her, I understand Lizzo have done things that could be a bad taste in people's mouths, for lack of a better word, but it always stems back to the weight. And if I'm being honest, attacking someone's weight is such low hanging fruit. You could be anything in the world but fat. Okay. Don't be fat and don't be too Black. Okay. Too Black meaning too dark skinned. Don't have your hair too nappy. All of it stems from racism. People don't want to acknowledge that, but it's the truth. So to be able to be in a space where you felt respected and celebrated, finger claps to that because it was good and refreshing to experience. Like I said, the ladies at my table, we were able to take pictures and we talked about it. I've never been to an event like this. It's so nice to have because we need it. It's necessary. So now let's get into what brought me comfort. We're going to talk about some entertainment. Okay. First, we're going to talk about You, Me, and Tuscany. Oh my goodness. Can we give some finger snaps to Halle Bailey and Reggae Jean Page because they carried the movie. It was Black softness. First of all, I went by myself. Okay. If any of you know me, I don't mind going with other people, obviously, but because I'm a screenwriter myself, I love the movies and I want to be fully immersed, especially if I'm looking forward to this movie. I was able to do that. Here's what I loved about the movie, and I'm just going to gush. It was Black softness. You had two Black leading actors carrying a film that did not encompass, trauma and crazy drama. It was softness. It was Black love. It was beautiful scenery. It was storytelling. It was personal fantasy. Baby, it made me want to go to Tuscany. Okay. I want to wear one of those linen sundresses. Okay. Go to the market and get fresh produce and fresh fish and cook a meal and go in a vineyard with my man. Okay. Why can't we have more Black rom-coms like this? Now, for all of you who do know, I, alongside with my co-writers Danielle and Miracle, wrote Chelsea's Wish, which is a Black-led rom-com, okay, all Black. And we're manifesting and we are pushing this because we need to see more of it. We need more whimsical love stories too. We need this. It's refreshing to see Black people in a light of them being loved and things being layered and a bit complicated, but it works out. And not in the way of, baby, ride or die, ride or die, ride or die, as I'm getting gunned down. Riding and or dying, okay? Like, no. It's a softness. I would have loved for them to have gotten together. I think they both are partnered, but honey, I would have loved to have seen them get together because they just seem so cute. Okay, super, super cute. So if you have not seen You, Me, and Tuscany, please go and see it in theaters. Please support this Black-led rom-com that we are so needing because it will help broaden the horizon and open the doors for other rom-coms that are necessary and need to come through. Okay, the next one. Spoiler alert, I'm talking about the Michael biopic movie. If you haven't seen it, you may want to skip ahead. So I'm giving you fair warning, okay? Give you a few minutes. Now, I have not seen it just once, but I've seen it twice. I'm an overachiever, what can I say? But listen, the first time I saw the movie, I'll say it like this. Jafar Jackson, give him his things. Give him his money. Give him the accolades. I hope that he wins awards for this. He did an amazing job, y'all. Now, again, like I told y'all, I saw it twice. The first time, let me explain. Hold on. Let me explain. I rated it like a 7.8-ish, 7.5-ish, because it was missing some elements because of legal reasons. The legal claims, obviously, that was missing. The Diana Ross situation, their relationship, and I'm using that very loosely, okay? And I ain't gonna say too much more of that. Janet Jackson was missing. Randy was missing. It was a few key elements missing. And it sucks because I believe Kat Graham was playing Diana Ross. You also had Derek Luke, who was playing Johnny Cochran, who represented Michael when he was going through his legal battles. So it was sad to not see them act. I would have loved to have seen their scenes, but certain things you just couldn't do. I believe it was like confidentiality after things were handled. It was something to the effect of the case couldn't be discussed publicly anymore. It was something to that effect. And, people were putting in lawsuits allegedly of how they were depicted. Y'all go look up some stuff, okay? I'm not going to bring it here. Because, honey, the scoop with Hershey Sunday, although we are manifesting a hearty, hefty coin, in the future, we ain't got it right now. So I ain't got time to be fighting, the the spirit of Johnny Cochran taking me to court. So we'll look it up on your own time. However, the performances were great. Jafar Jackson embodied Michael Jackson. Listening to him speak like Michael did was beautiful in the most heartbreaking way because it made me miss Michael Jackson. I know I ain't met that man, okay? I'm just a fan, a supporter, if you will. But it really did make me miss Michael Jackson. Coleman Domingo, terrifying as Joe Jackson, definitely did his job because he looks like a nightmare. He looks like something that would be in your closet or something under your bed to make you go bump or something, and not in a good way. He was terrifying. Nia Long played Katherine Jackson. She really did embody Catherine. the mannerisms and you know how she walked about. Still am very much a fan of Angela Bassett playing Catherine, and I slick kind of wanted her to play Catherine again because baby, you know, American Dream is not going to be dismayed. Like we're gonna always hold and exalt that version up. But they did an amazing job. The young actor, the young king who played young Michael Jackson, Giuliano, I have it written down, Giuliano Valdi. Wonderful job. Super, super talented. Kendrick Sampson, y'all remember him on Insecure. He was on there. He played Quincy Jones. Lorenz Tate played Berry Gordy. Baby, one thing Lorenz Tate gonna do is keep him a job. One thing Lorenz Tate is going to do, Lorenz, keep him a job, keep him a role. Tate is going to do just that, okay? He's going to keep him a check. Now, I will say this. I love the Jacksons. I love Michael Jackson. I listen to his music, listen to their music, right? But for some reason, watching the movie, we all know he is influenced by James Brown. But listening to him or listening to the song Who's Loving You and how young Michael Jackson sang the song, you could hear all of the influence from James Brown. You know, and I don't know why that felt so sentimental to me. I think because it just is a way of knowing like we all are influenced by somebody. Somebody had to walk so, you know, we could do what we do. Was it just me? And I'm not a doctor, so I can't really diagnose anyone, obviously. But the certain like movement and clicking and ticking and all that, it kind of seemed to me that Michael was a little neurospicy or exhibited some traits. Just an observation, it just seemed like he was stimming. And I find it interesting because I feel like a lot of our extremely talented artists or entertainers have some form of, you know, being different, being a little neurospicy. Again, I can't diagnose the man, but that's just kind of what stuck with me, you know, kind of was like, you know, I think they showed him in a light that was, he just wanted to be a regular kid. He always felt different. It's sad actually. He always felt different. He just wanted to be accepted for who he was. He wanted to get away from Joseph, but he was so talented. Like Michael had a vision. He had a vision. I'm looking forward to part 2. It single-handedly saved the movie industry. The box office has been smashed, my darling. I believe they made over 200-something million dollars the first weekend. Come on now. Michael Jackson strikes again. This was a wonderful movie. If you haven't seen it, please go see it. Jafar Jackson, I'm sure he's going to win some type of awards. He has to. He did an amazing job. My goodness, he did an amazing job. So proud of him. He's only 29. He's so young, but he really embodied that. You know what? Musical moment. Moving on. Kehlani's album, self-titled. It has 17 tracks. My first impression, it is grown, it's sexy, it's confident. There's a song called Ooh, written by Tank. He's one of the writers on there. Very much Tank coded. It's real good. It's real grown. It's when you're having a evening. Okay? Okay. Do with that as you will. It's a real good song. I haven't listened to the full album. By the end of this week, I should, and I'll talk more about it of my thoughts of that. All right, Scoops. We are heading towards tonight's reflection, aka the hot topic of tonight. I'm sure you all have already heard about Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson no longer being an item. There have been cheating allegations. She posted on her Instagram that, you know, he was cheating and she was playing house and he brought her around the family, which we did see. And he had very extreme mood swings, I guess, during his basketball season. I would love to delve into how extreme they were, to know, like, what was he doing, child? Was he acting a fool? Probably. I think the thing that gets me is that, brother, you 36. Like, what do you mean you're not sure about monogamy? And if you're not sure about it, why not just say, hey, I'm not trying to be monogamous? Why must he take all of the theatrics. And I think that that's what is pissing a lot of people off, because we saw him name a boat after her, call her Mrs. Megan Pete Thompson, hyphenating her last name, basically giving her the title as wife. They bought a home together, some real estate. And here's another kicker. She had everything. She is the beauty standard. She's educated. She's successful. She didn't have the baggage narrative that y'all love to push, because y'all know y'all hate single mothers almost as much as y'all hate fat women. But, I digress. And yet and still, she still got disrespected. She still got hurt. This ain't about looks. This is about character. This is about character. And I think what became clear to me as we move on is that it doesn't matter what you have, what you don't have. It doesn't matter. And let me say this clearly as I can. You can be beautiful, talented, educated, successful, have your own money, have your own name, have your own everything, and still run into somebody who doesn't have the character to value you properly. And that's why I need women to stop thinking like, oh, if I was prettier, if I was thicker or smaller or richer or softer or cooler, more successful, if I didn't have these kids, then I would be getting treated better. Listen, it does not matter. It doesn't. In the grand scheme of things, it is all on a person's character, on whether they choose and decide to be a good, decent human being. And sometimes, listen, things don't work out. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about things happening as you drifted apart. We're talking about blatantly and disrespectingly going about the relationship as if you are a single person and you're not. Being sneaky, being deceitful, love bombing, making promises that you have no intention to keep. It's a mess. Listen, Coco Jones, Beyonce, Rihanna, Meg Thee Stallion, Karrueche, y'all have a plethora of the standard beauty as far as women. Oh, they got the tightest waist and the perkiest boobies and a booty, that makes the sun shine. And y'all will still mess over them. Now, I'm not saying this to say don't take care of yourself, don't put your best foot forward. I'm not saying that. But I just want people, specifically women, specifically Black women, to know sometimes it's just not your body, it's not your beauty, it's not your value, it's not what you lack. Sometimes it's just their lack of integrity. When they benefit from your love and your loyalty and you cooking and cleaning and your softness and patience and da-da-da-da-da, and then they turn around and act like they don't even know if they can honor you, that has nothing to do with you. And it's not confusion, it's disrespect. They're choosing to disrespect you. They see how good they can have it. They see how good it can get. They don't care. They don't want it. They never deserved it, but they don't want it. What I did appreciate was that she has a standard. She obviously tried to work it out. Obviously he was doing stuff that was out of pocket. And she decided to walk away. And you're allowed to walk away. You're allowed to walk away before the story becomes more painful. You're allowed to walk away even if people saw you happy. You're allowed to walk away if you posted pictures, if they met your family, if you thought that this was going somewhere. Embarrassment is going to be there, okay? Been there, okay? Done that, got a t-shirt. But it's temporary, okay? Staying, swallowing their BS that they're giving you to eat sits with your spirit, okay, a lot longer. That fullness that is not satiating you, but drowning you, and then the stench of their BS stays with you a lot longer. You don't have to continue to be their safe space. If they can't respect you, they can't choose you with clarity, they can't handle your heart with care, you can go ahead and pack up them bags, baby. There's no harm in it because you gave it a fair chance. Now give yourself a fair chance. Bet on yourself. It's okay. Well, Scoops, usually around this time, I will be giving you and reading to you a bedtime story, but honey, your girl has been busy. Okay, your girl has had a lot on her plate, so I didn't get a chance to write one, but I will get back into that. I will resume, so have no fear. But I'll leave you with this, right? Everyone has been feeling the pressure and the pinch right now, and I just want you to know that you're not alone. It's okay to need help. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to cut certain people off that aren't bringing you comfort, stability, softness. It's okay to pivot your life. Those things are absolutely okay. I just want you to know that you are loved, that you are cared for, and we do need you. You're necessary. Hang in there. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. I know that it may feel like you have been tapped out past depletion. Please hang in there because we need you. All right, Scoops, that's the end of our show. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in again. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, follow, and comment for more content. Don't forget, subscribe to The Scoop with Hershey Sunday on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find me on TikTok and IG. Give your girl a follow and a little support. It goes a long way, and I truly appreciate it. And I just want you to know that wherever you are, be gentle with your heart. And I'll talk to you soon after dark. Peace.